video for making moños, so you know, the bow ties for mariachi. I had a lot of people asking how my group makes our moños, because we make them because one, it's way cheaper, and two, you get to like add your own thing to it, make your own embroideries or whatever, so you don't have to like, your whole group could like make a whole design or whatever. And my group, technically we just do stripes around the border, but you can do whatever you want with it if you make it your own or on your own, and you can pick exactly what fabrics you want. Like there's different fabrics that you can get for like stage or like outdoors, because some of them like more vibrant outdoors, but you can't see them very well on the stage or something like that. So it's a lot easier just to pick everything on your own and stuff. Or if you order them online, they come in a different color than you wanted, then you have to send it back. It's just too much of a hassle. So all you need is the fabric of your choice, of course. You're gonna cut out 2 pieces that are 21 inches by 9 inches. And that's like the back of the middle piece. You're going to cut out a front piece that will be 14 inches by 9 inches. And then your center piece that ties everything together will be about 5.5 inches by 2 inches. And then if you don't use buttons or something, like my group, we use elastics so we can just pull it over our heads and put it around our collars or whatever. Generally they're about 13 inches long, but a lot of our group is really petite. Like we have a girl that's 5 feet, like our tallest person is probably 5'5" at the most. So we have a really small group, so if you have bigger people, you're gonna want a longer piece than 13 inches. Especially if they're heavier too. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with our first back piece. You're just gonna grab it, fold it in half long ways, and pin it along where the opening is. I already did it for this one, as you can tell. And all you're gonna do is sew from here all the way to the end, and that's it. So you're just gonna, it's a lot easier with the sewing machine. We did our purple ones all by hand, and it took about 5 days. With the sewing machine, it's gonna take like half a day to make your whole group's set of moños. Of course, when you're sewing, you're gonna want to put like a 1/4 inch sewing room so that you sew it correctly, because if you don't give it a 1/4 inch sewing room, it's gonna frill and it's gonna come off the threads. And what I use clear thread, so you don't have to keep buying new thread. So like if you make green moños, you have to buy green thread. Then you're gonna make gray moños, you have to buy gray thread. I just get clear thread and it works for everything, so you just keep reusing it. So this is going to be your first back piece. Technically, we do the middle pieces and the back pieces exactly the same size, and we just adjust the middle piece according to the front piece, because when you have extra fabric sewn on or whatever, it's going to give your moño more body, so it doesn't look like it's just flat and lifeless. It's going to give you a whole lot more body. So whatever you have left over, don't cut off. Alright, so we're going to just flip this inside out, or right side out. We sewed it inside out. And that's the line you get. So you're going to set this one aside, do your other long piece, so I'm just going to pin this. Of course, I listen to music while I'm sewing, like everyone else. It makes it a whole lot less boring. So you're going to do exactly the same thing with all the pieces. Of course, if you like have embroidery, that would be a really neat tool to use. And then there will be a part where you will need just to hand sew something. It's not going to be too difficult, but if you have a setting on your sewing machine that allows you to sew on top of elastic, that would be neat, because that's what I have, but I don't know what the settings are for it, so I'm just going to sew everything by hand on the parts that I need to sew by hand. You do the same thing, just flip this one right side out. Of course, with this fabric, the ones that we pick, it doesn't matter which way is right side out or which side is supposed to be the face up. But if you do buy a fabric that's face up, you're always going to sew on the side that you don't want people to see. Set this one aside. Now we're doing our 14" by 9" piece. It's going to be exactly the same, it's just a different size. Not too much difference. Oops. And if you're wondering what I'm listening to, look up Linda Ronstadt and Mariachi Vargas. That's mostly what I have on my iTunes playing right now. And I'm not sure what this guy's name is exactly, but it's really neat. He takes classical music and, you know, just makes it a mariachi piece with a guitar, vihuela, and violin, and that's it. I think it's like Sergio something, I don't know. I'll probably put it up on the info part anyways. Okay, gonna flip this one right side out just as well. Set that aside. Okay, now you're gonna take your little 5.5" by 2" piece. It's so you can wrap everything together on your moño so nothing falls apart from each other. So you're just going to do exactly the same thing. Just fold it in half. This part doesn't have to be exactly the same size as what I say. It could be bigger or smaller, however you guys prefer the middle pieces on your moños to be. Technically it doesn't really matter. But you don't want it too small and you don't want it too big, so just whatever works for you guys. Oops. Okay, lost my thread. There we go. Okay. And just go ahead and click the link to my next video so I can show you how to put everything together. And you can do exactly the same thing with this one. You're just gonna flip it right back out to the right side, showing up. Oh, guess not. Well, if not, this piece doesn't really matter if it's inside out or not. You're not gonna see the seams anyways, so it's okay, whatever. Alright, so just click on my next link so you can see how to put it together, and it's pretty easy. So it shouldn't take too long.